President Trump lashes out on Twitter, threatening to call up the U.S. military and close the southern border. He's warning Mexico and Central American countries to stop a caravan of about 3,000 migrants now before they reach the U.S. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. President Trump is upping the ante, provoked by thousands of Hondurans who have their eyes set on crossing the U.S. border. First, he threatened to cut millions of dollars in aid to Honduras. Now he's warning Guatemala and El Salvador he's slashing their aid money if the caravan isn't turned around. Here in the U.S., Catholic bishops ask for an open mind, considering our call to help strangers in need. Video shows dozens of Honduran migrants clamoring to board trucks. They're part of a much larger group doing whatever they can to inch closer to the U.S. border. Marta Fajardo offers mercy to the migrants. The Guatemalan woman makes a meal for them as they pass by. President Trump takes a much different approach. He sent a series of tweets today accusing Democrats of pushing for open borders and weak immigration laws. He says they're doing little to stop this large flow of people, including many criminals, from entering the U.S. The president renewed his threat to cut funding to Central American countries unless they do something to block the caravan.
The president continues to fearmonger around the issue of immigration. He knows that we're 19 days away from an election, and he's trying to use this issue to gin up his base.
Former U.S. Housing Secretary Julian Castro rails against President Trump. Catholic bishops have reservations, too. I spoke with Bill Canny, the executive director of the USCCB's Migration and Refugee Services. He told me Catholic social teaching does not advocate for open borders, but the church also has great concern for the vulnerable.
A family has the right to migrate when they can't take care of themselves, particularly the youth in the family who need to go to school, who need to eat sufficiently to grow. People do have the right to move when that's not happening.
Canny says cutting aid to poor countries wouldn't prevent people from fleeing.
Increase effective aid to those countries so people can stay there.
A priest who runs a migrant shelter in the capital of Guatemala says about 3,000 people slept there overnight. Many migrants left early this morning to continue their journey as more arrive. Lauren?
White House correspondent Mark Irons. Thank you, Mark.